Greetings everybody, I'm Lobo and welcome to Luna. This is episode 176 of my Minecraft survival series, and normally at this point in the episode I would tell you what the episode is going to be about, but we already covered that in the last episode, right? We harvested a bunch of soul sand and soul soil. We decided that we were going to coat the floors of the Madhouse in soul sand or soul soil to aid our travels from place to place, right? Just like we did with this one little sample hallway right here, and the results are amazing. One thing I'm not sure of though, I know the hallways are going to be soul speed, but I'm not sure about the junctions between the hallways, the hubs, and stuff like that. So that's the first thing I want to test out. Negative. I don't like this. I don't like this because when we run in here, it changes the field of view. Everything gets all like squirrely and crazy. I don't think this is going to work. I think for the junctions, for the main hubs and stuff like that, we're going to leave those like normal, right? And then for the actual travelable areas, the corridors that lead from place to place, that's where we'll add our soul speed because that's where we actually need it, right? So yeah, let's reverse what we just did. Now, we're not going to go all the way back to where the entire floor was just dark oak slabs. What I want to do, since our hallways are going to be the dark oak trapdoors on top of soul soil, what we're going to do is kind of transition into the dark oak trapdoors in areas like this. That way, everything's just a little bit more cohesive and doesn't feel so out of place. All right, so I think we're going to roll with something a little bit more like this. So we got the dark oak trapdoors in there, keeping that aesthetic, but we're keeping the dark oak slabs along the edges here. That way we can transition into like our stairs and stuff fairly easily. I think something like that will probably work. So we'll do the center section right here in dark oak trapdoors. We'll do the center of the junctions in dark oak trapdoors leading to each of the soul soil corridors, right? Yeah, that's the plan. So looking over the shopping list for today's project, one thing it looks like we might run a little bit short of is dark oak. So let's go ahead and remedy that. See that? We got a little uninvited guest over there. We got plenty of uninvited guests in this area. Oh man, they were everywhere. But I think we got what we needed to get, and then I have to go collect that. So hopefully our uninvited guest doesn't show up down there and greet us as we're trying to get the shulker box. So basically, I'm sticking around Luna, still deforesting the area around Luna because we may want to build here potentially in the future. That's still to be decided. But yeah, I think we're going to be good. Okay. I'm nervous. Every time I get on the ground, I'm nervous. Back in the Nether, but we're not going to start on the renovations to our floors just yet because there's something else I want to do as well. I want to go ahead and expand the Madhouse a little bit because it doesn't go out as far as we need it to. We need it to go towards the Crimson Forest area. We need it to go towards our Nether mine. We need it to extend towards the portals at the Mesa and the Mushroom Island area and to some other places that you guys aren't aware of just yet that we'll talk about at some point in the future. Now, we do have some, simple 1x2 pathways leading to some of those areas, but, they're not where we really need them to be because, remember, we're going to be kind of adding hubs and junctions and stuff like that, so we need to figure all that stuff out. So first things first, what I'm going to do is go through here and extend all these 1x2 paths into 2x2 paths, too high, of course, so I can walk through them, too wide, so I know where the doors are going to be at the ends of each of the corridors, which lead into each of the junctions, which are going to have, other doors leading to potential future paths and stuff like that. Gotta watch out for that. I just fell through these guys' ceiling. All right, where did I come from? Oh my goodness, I know where I need to go. I'm just so bad at flying. We need to get up through there, right? That's where we fell through. So, nope, that didn't work either. Hi guys, ow. Hi, I know I'm encroaching upon your space. All right, I'm trying to get out of here. Okay, I know this is your area, Oh my goodness. You know, I'm gonna tunnel my way out. That's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, what was I saying again? I don't remember, honestly. I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna stand like over here on this side. That way, in case I open up in areas, I won't fall through. I think that's probably a better plan. All right, I remember what I was talking about now. I was talking about getting the layout of this place figured out, figuring out how each of the corridors are going to connect to each of the junctions, which are going to lead off into different areas, right? So these torches right here represent the center of a junction. I need to carve out the rest of this space, make it big enough to fit one of those junctions in. And I mean that more with regard to length and width rather than height, because right now we're just in the planning phase. I just want to make sure that everything's laid out properly, so that way when we get around to building, once we actually get around to, you know, shaping each of these rooms, it's going to work out. Everything's going to match up, hopefully, the way it needs to. Oh! Wow. Just got lava'd in the face. Oh my goodness. Okay. just ran my face right into it. Stuck my nose right in that lava. Nope, they're springing another leak. There we go. Got some plumbing issues here. We're gonna have some lava damage. Yeah, let's talk about my flawless plan, my perfect plan to build with wood in areas surrounded by lava. Now, because some of these junctions, these new junctions are going to house portals, we're going to build the corridors off to the sides of our original 1x2 paths here, because most of our portals are located alongside the walls of this 1x2 path, and I want those portals to be hidden behind doors off to the sides of each of the junctions, right? So if this is the center of our junction, and you know, we're going to have our new corridors running basically from this point back to each of the original junctions. You understand what I'm saying, right? You get it? Oh, hot! That's hot! So, one of my favorite things about the Nether now, just like mining out in the Nether, is incidental debris. It is the best debris. The debris you're not looking for, but you find anyway, right? Now, in case I wasn't clear on what my intentions were, basically I'm just kind of, you know, measuring out, laying out the paths to each of the different junctions from each of the previous junctions and stuff like that. Just making sure that everything lines up here properly, so that when we get around to building, we don't have as much to worry about. And the trapdoors we're putting on top of the soul floors, that's so we don't have a bunch of spawning and stuff going on here. Look at this little family reunion. That's nice. You know what else is nice? More incidental debris. So there is another junction linked up. Now we do have, I believe, 2 more. So the first one we'll come to is the portal to our mesa. So we'll be not falling down there, not falling into the Soul Sand Valley. That's what we'll be doing. And finally, this is the portal to the Mushroom Island, and this is as far as we've gone from home. This is the furthest we've gone away from home. So this will be the last portal, the last junction room that we're getting in the Madhouse today. Goodbye, lava. Nice try. Nice try. All right. So let me go ahead and clear out this space, connect this up to the rest of our... There's more lava. I'm on fire. I don't know why I still find that surprising. You know what? While we were over here, I decided, let me go ahead and take a break, and I decided to step out here, get away from the stench of sulfur, right? I came out here, and you know what? You know what I realized? Being out here at night, this is nice. This is nice. Not getting attacked, not getting burned. Get used to this. So there is our junction for whenever we want to come back to our mushroom biome. I just need to make sure I connect this up to the rest of our previous junctions, and then we can talk about our next steps. Another thing I'm doing on this pass is when I see lava, I'm kind of plugging up the leak, right? Because since we are going to be building over this with wood, we don't want that lava, you know, the heat seeping through the floor, setting that stuff on fire. So I'm just kind of looking out for all that stuff as well. All right, so now all our paths are drawn in. I do want to go ahead and, on my way back, collect some of the easy ores that we've uncovered, just like the easy ones, not any of the ones I have to actually do any work to get to, just the incidental ores, right? And that's gone forever. Uh-oh. You know, I'm not even worried about the quartz that's up there anymore, but I do have to go up there still because now I have lava right over the ceiling, and I'm going to be digging here a bit later. Oh my goodness. Making extra work for myself, that's all I'm doing. Might as well get this while I'm here, though. I'm hearing a lot of lava in this area. A lot of lava, a lot of fire. See the fire. Want to make sure. Whoa! The fire holding back the lava? I don't think that's how lava works. Or fire, for that matter. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. But now, guys, now I think we're ready to go ahead and make our tunnels through the Nether, through the Madhouse, super speedy. Go ahead and get in our new corridors, junctions, and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and call Wolfred on over, put on a little bit of music, and get to work. Welcome back, everybody, and now we can zip around part of the Madhouse quick as we please, so long as I don't get caught up on stuff. But I do stress that part of the Madhouse, I wasn't able to get done as much as I wanted to. Like further down this pathway, that takes us to the portal for our mesa for the Mushroom Island. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here today because I've already been at this for a few days. I'm actually running out of time. There's some other stuff I want to get done in this episode. So this is, as far as we're taking this, this is the room, the junction that leads us into our nether mines, which are clearly marked out by these nether gold aura here. And I did widen the pathway leading down into our mines so we can get down here a little bit more comfortably. But while doing that, I also uncovered a little bit more ancient debris, a little bit more incidental debris, which I thought we could go ahead and grab together. Now, I did want to make it at least this far during that time lapse because I am going to be coming back here. As I said, I want to do a little bit more work today. It's going to actually take place in this area. We'll talk about that more in a little bit, though. I need to run home. I need to run back to Luna first to get some supplies, to get some food and stuff. But along the way, we can go ahead and see the rest of the Madhouse. So let's go ahead and stop here at the junction over our Crimson Forest biome. You can see some of the theming we put into some of these areas. Now, there's no actual portals connected to this particular room. I just want to make sure we had a junction here in case we decide to do a build here in the future, which is a possibility. But also, looking at the theming, I think eventually I will want to go around and just add some more theming to some of the corridors and stuff like that, just to kind of break up the monotony. Oh, and I should clarify, I'm not actually going supersonic speed. I'm just speeding up the video because it's still, you know, a long way to get from place to place, right? Even though we've substantially decreased our time in travel, it's still a long distance from junction to junction. So before we start with the next part of our project, let me go ahead and lay the foundation for you here. So I kind of feel bad for Wolfred, you know? I've kind of been responsible for several of his suits getting ruined. I falsely imprisoned him for a little while there. And, you know, he's just generally not had a great time with me. And as a co-founder of L.A.W.L, we can't let that continue, right? And, you know, I've been also kind of pestering him about making some progress on trying to get some information out of Decoy Dog. And his defense of why he hasn't been able to do that is pretty reasonable. You see, he brought up the fact that I kind of constantly call him over to do time lapses, and also last episode I just had him sitting on a platform in the end kind of doing nothing. So he says he would really appreciate a quiet place where he could do a little bit of work and actually make some progress, and I don't think that's unreasonable at all. So we're gonna build him that place. Now, that place used to be L.A.W.L HQ, Loonies Against Wolfen's Laboratory Headquarters, right? Prior to it being discovered by Wolfen's Laboratory, thanks to a tracking system implanted in Decoy Dog, which is why we've had to relocate Decoy Dog to a secret location in the Nether for the past few episodes. So reason why we went to the Nether, though, is because, you know, compasses, tracking systems, all that stuff, offline. So we don't have to worry about them finding us. But the problem is there's not really a good place for him to work. So what I'm thinking we do is establish an outpost for L.A.W.L in the Nether, complete with a laboratory for Wolfred to do his thing. Now, I, of course, am in charge of designing this outpost, and we're going to kind of make it a little bit Nether themed, right? Like, not completely all Nether stuff, but we're going to be using some warp, some quartz, I think probably some bone blocks. And we'll probably add a couple other odds and then some non-nether stuff as well. For instance, I want to go ahead and use some honey blocks. So this will be the first time we use these. I learned the hard way that you have to use a campfire. I also learned the hard way that my second axe is not silk touch. That's disappointing. Now, see, if I was smart, what I could do here is just like do another take while breaking this with a silk touch axe. That way I don't look foolish. No palms hit faces, and we just, you know, are completely blissfully unaware that ever happened, right? But no, what I think we're going to do instead is just roll with it. Oh, mistakes were made! I need, you know what? Why not, right? Mistakes were made. Okay, you know what? I think we're good. Now, I know we just had this discussion. You know, you and me and Wolfred had this discussion about, like, me calling him over to do time lapses and all that stuff while he's trying to get some stuff done. But, I mean, keep in mind, we're also kind of running a series here. We're trying to make some videos, and I like to do my little block breaky time lapses. I mean, would it be completely unreasonable for me to call him over here for this. Let's get started on the L.A.W.L Nether Outpost. Now, we're going to be building it over here because this is the area Wolfred's laboratory doesn't come too much. I forgot to bring my labels to mark the path back to Luna. I will get around to that. If I forget by the end of this episode, remind me. Anyway, we're going to be building it over here because this is the area Wolfred's laboratory doesn't come to because, you know, this is my mind. This is where the manual labor happens and they don't like to get their hands dirty in the literal sense. Only in the literal sense, though. But we're not going to be building... Ooh, that threw me off. I got to watch out for that. We're not going to be building it at the bottom of the stairway because if somebody drops their slinky and then goes after it, they might find the headquarters, right? So what we're going to do is install a secret passage carefully camouflaged to look like our floor here, operated by a switch hidden behind a netherrack wall, which is going to drop us down into the outpost, much like the secret passage that drops us down into L.A.W.L HQ back home. This will just be, you know, slightly deeper, I think. Basically, I want to build this at the Y level of our mine because we're not only building this for Wolfred, it's for L.A.W.L, it's for me getting resources, stuff like that. It's got to be convenient, right? So this will enable me to get down to our mine faster, but also, hopefully, I think that might be where we need to be. Also, hopefully, to get up faster as well, because those stairs, they're just horrible on my knees. All right, so this is where we actually want to be, and we're going to be building L.A.W.L Outpost in between the drop down we just dug and the bottom of our stairs, which is quite a ways down this way. It's not going to be that big, though, because, you know, this is just an outpost. We just need it to perform some operations. It's not going to be like the size of L.A.W.L HQ back home, but I do need to figure out just exactly how big this actually needs to be and also make navigating this place a little bit easier. Oh, my goodness. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. No. Stop. Stop! Oh my goodness. Who panicked? You panicked. I didn't panic. I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh! We got three debris. More! More. Oh, we got another 3. I don't even know what I'm going to do with all this, to be honest. I mean, we could do like a full set of like backup netherite gear, right? I mean, that's a possibility. Also, like, I kind of want to save this and do some kind of... Hey, check out another 3. Do some kind of like farmy thing with them, since you can push them, but they don't explode and stuff like that. That might be kind of interesting. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm clearing out some space for L.A.W headquarters, kind of like trying to imagine how it's going to look, trying to imagine where everything's going to be. Give me a few more minutes. We're almost there. While I appreciate your interest in a position at L.A.W, I'm afraid your qualifications just aren't there. All right, so I have a plan. I have everything laid out. I can kind of visualize how everything's going to be. So this tunnel right here leads to our basalt delta area. This will lead to our nether mines. I guess I should probably kind of explain what each room is. Let's go back. This is going to be the main area of L.A.W.L's nether outpost, right? The main hub. This is going to be my mining area, so mostly my area. This area over here, this room is going to be Wolfred's laboratory, where we can hopefully work on extracting the information from Decoy Dog. All that's left now is to actually build this thing. So let's go ahead and call Wolfred on over. I'm sure he won't mind this time, considering what we're finally building for him. We'll put on a little bit of music, and we'll get to work. Welcome back, Whoa. Welcome back, everybody. We now have the L.A.W.L Outpost Nether edition completed. I'm missing a door. Hang on. All right, there we go. So I actually went the long way to get that. There is a shorter route we could go, and we're going to take that to get down into L.A.W.L's Nether Outpost right here. So we come over and pull this switch that's guarded by that guy. Told you we weren't accepting new memberships at this point. But then we could just drop straight on down and the slime blocks will catch us, and I'm not going to lie, that pigman scared me a little bit. Okay. Anyway, so obviously Wolfred's not going to be alone down here at the L.A.W.L Nether Outpost, established October of 2020. This is, of course, our Halloween build. Not so spooky. Not so spooky. Actually went a little bit brighter with this than a lot of our other non-Halloween-y builds. But you know what? I like it, right? It's nice and bright to keep Wolfred in a good state of mind since he's going to be spending a lot of time down in here, right? So we'll go ahead and tour this thing a little bit. So this is obviously the main room. A little bit of seating. Take a load off every now and then. Once we get tired of mining, you know, this is our mining area. I got some space to store my nether rack over here. Got some other storage space right here. I'm going to collect these. We got access to our basalt delta on this way. And I did carve a little tunnel out to our previous path through the basalt delta on that side. Over here, we have access to our nether mine and to the soul sand valley. And I do need to go and grab some stuff over here, so just bear with me real quick because we need to run some stuff back home to Luna. I do need to go and grab some stuff from Luna to actually complete this build. I'm short one honey block is what I'm missing out on here. We did manage to get a little bit of ancient debris, which I probably showed you. Some quartz, some gold nuggets, stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we're going to need to run back at this point. I'm going to move like the stuff that I have sitting over there into the actual like storage center of the mining thing that I showed you just a minute ago. You're probably wondering why I'm even giving you a tour right now when this place isn't actually done. It's because I figure if I'm missing anything else, I'll see it on this tour, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Wolfred's laboratory back here. Wolfred's checking it out, just kind of figuring out how everything works, seeing, oh, you're interested in this? Let me show you how it works. It goes like that, and like that. See that? Pretty cool feature, huh? He's got his storage space. He's got some research materials up here. He's got his little examination table right there waiting for Decoy Dog. He's got his equipment over here. I have no idea how any of that stuff works. And this is that honey block I'm missing. I will also need to get some cover for this so we can't actually see out into the nether. But yeah, once Wolfred decides that this actually suits his needs, that's when we'll bring Decoy Dog over from his secret location, and hopefully Wolfred's able to, you know, extract some information from him. But this also provides me with an easier way to get up from our mining area. All we have to do is push this button. That will activate a slime block launcher, which allows us to get up to the top here. It does take a couple rockets, but we can make it up here. And then we can pull this switch right here, and it's like it doesn't exist. Perfect. Now, see, I could have saved myself this trip had I not gotten careless earlier and decided to like get the honey out of one of these without actually using the campfire. Oh my goodness, I did it again. Oh my goodness, I grabbed my Silk Touch pickaxe rather than my axe. You know what? We're gonna roll with it. These are just the consequences of my actions. Oh, this is ridiculous. Bump up. And there we go. So the path back to Luna is now labeled. I won't get lost trying to find my way back home. I actually remembered. I remembered. Now we got this honey block that we need to place. You go right there. Your friends go right here. And I think that is it for this build. Whew. I just realized I missed an opportunity earlier. You see when that magma cube was trying to block us from getting in? He was applying for a bouncer position at L.A.W. A bouncer! You get it? Bouncer? Okay, anyway, happy Halloween. I think that's going to be it for us today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to hit that little thumbs up button. That would mean a whole lot to me. And if you want to see more, please remember to subscribe. But as always, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out today. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, I am Lobo, and I will see you guys later.